The Victoria Racing Club is home to the one race that reaches beyond the racing and breeding industry, the Melbourne Cup. And this year the Cup was in attendance as the VRC sponsored the Sydney International 3-day event with classes packed with thoroughbreds.
So we're here at Sydney 3-day event. It's a World Championship qualifying event in the 4-star, and yeah, we're at the final day of the competition. They did dressage on Friday, cross country yesterday, and today's the show jumping phase. And yeah, we've been blessed with beautiful weather. Sydney's been pretty ordinary lately, but beautiful weather, and it's been a great weekend. I've been really pleased with my guys. I was fortunate enough to win both the 4-star classes, and yeah, I've come third in the 3-star long on my little horse Matrix. So yeah, really pleased with the whole team. He's an amazing horse. He's probably the nicest horse I've ever trained. And he's not probably the most talented, but he's just the most willing horse. Anything you ask him, even if he's got no idea, he says, well, I'll have a go. And he's a great learner. He's come a long way in a short space of time, and I've got really high hopes of him moving forward as well.
Third place, Shane Rose, riding Matrix on a score of 42.
He actually raced his biaxle pretty poorly, to be fair. But he's by a really nice stallion, Teofilo, who was by Galileo. For our sport, great. You know, the fact that they can get over a bit of distance and things like that is a really added bonus. I mean, any thoroughbred can gallop well, but if they can go over a bit of ground, it's great for us. And we picked him up, and he's taken to a eventing great. Really pleased with the future, and like, he's only a 7-year-old, which for our sport's very young. We can only start competing them at 5-year-old, so touch wood, that all goes to plan, and yeah, as I say, he's a little ripper. I love him.
The thoroughbreds are my life. Like, I own a farm called Limitless Lodge, so I'm daily, we've got 200 horses spread across 3 farms and a great team of staff working them, spelling them, breaking them in. We've had some famous horses come through the farm, and we work for some terrific trainers and owners, so it's my life. There are so many owners now who are really committed to giving these horses a life after racing. Whether they're slow, whether they're fast, they're really eager to find a home for them, and there's so much opportunity for them. Not just eventing, but plenty of other things. 20 years ago, that's all we had. There was none of these warm bloods. And then there was a while where everyone was experimenting with what was the right warm blood, but always to mix with a thoroughbred. Now we're happy to ride straight thoroughbreds again, because the sport's about speed and endurance. What do thoroughbreds have? Speed and endurance. So yeah, we want thoroughbreds. I tried plenty.
I think it's amazing to have the Melbourne Cup here. These horses, some of them have raced before, and I just think maybe one day one of these horses will have won the Melbourne Cup. So I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, so I look after a horse called Venga Mask. He was a French import that was trained by Mike Moroney down at Flemington, and he ran in the 2018 Melbourne Cup. He's now been retrained as an eventer, so he's running around 80 centimetre tracks at the moment. It's his first season out, so his owner's really looking forward to sort of taking him up the levels and hoping that he's got enormous talent for the sport. So she's hoping to have a bit of success with him over the next few years. Racehorses are very unique in that their racing careers really do set them up for the atmospheres that they experience here with loudspeakers and crowds, so they do handle competitions very well usually.
Cage is actually one of Nicky's and Shane's. I've had the pleasure to ride him for the past 4 years now. And yeah, he's been great to me. His name's Cage Fighter, and he is a fighter. He just one of those guys that bites down on the mouth guard and just gets the job done, and that real thoroughbred ticker about him. They're not human obviously, but they're there to help you out. If you don't give up and create that partnership and bond with a thoroughbred, they'll always be there for you.
Thoroughbreds have always been the backbone of eventing. The fact that they're accessible, they're so good to train, they want to do the sport for us, but like good racehorses, they want to win. If you make a mistake as a rider, they're always trying to help you out. So they've always been there, and I think the sport went away from thoroughbreds for a while when the purpose-bred warm bloods came into fashion. But I think there's definitely a trend coming back toward the thoroughbred. If you can find a good one, they're better than any horse in the world. Because they're athletes and they race so much, it's hard to find those great ones. But there's plenty out there to choose from, and you know, we try a lot to go through some retired thoroughbreds, whether they've been successful or not, and retrain them. And if they don't quite make the grade, then they're great for young people. If they've got a good attitude, they're really good for young people just learning, or you know, wives that, you know, just want to ride, or husbands that just want to ride for fun. They're a great animal. They're great natured, and like I said, they're just willing to win and train and perform for you. So it's really rewarding, and I love them.